Good morning to everyone. I am Dr. K. Vijay Kumar, Associate Professor, Public Administration, Government City College, Hyderabad. Today, we are discussing the ecological approach by F.W. Riggs. Ecological approach by F.W. Riggs. In this, these are the subtopics. These are objectives, introduction, concept of ecology, the three models of organization, features of prismatic model, formalism, heterogeneity, overlapping, administrative system in traditional societies. Administrative system in traditional societies. In that, Sala model, Kleck's and Bazaar canteen model. Then lastly, conclusion. Objectives of the ecological approach. The first one is understand the administrative system. Understand the administrative system in underdeveloping, highly developed and transitional or developing countries. The main objective is understand the administrative system in underdeveloping, highly developed and transitional or developing countries. What are the administrative system? In these three types of countries, one is underdeveloping, then highly developed and developing countries. These are the main, this is the main objective of the ecological approach of F.W. Riggs. Then recognize the main features of administrative system in transitional or developing countries. First of all, recognize the main features of administrative system in developing countries. These two main objectives of the ecological approach. The first one is understand the administrative system in three types of countries. One is underdeveloping countries, and second one is highly developed countries, and third one is developing countries. Then first of all, first recognize the main features of administrative system in developing countries. This is the main objective of the ecological approach. Then introduction. The ecological approach to the study of administration. The ecological approach to the study of administration originated in the wake of emergence of the third world. In the wake of the emergence of the third world, ecological approach to the study of administration originated in the wake of emergence of the third world. Then the political system started crumbling, and the administrative system became ineffective and inefficient. Then the concept of ecology was developed by F.W. Riggs. He was the pioneer of the concept of ecology. Was a Chinese-born American trained scholar. He visited Thailand, Philippines, and India also to understand the phenomenon of the underdevelopment and process of change. He widely visited the mainly uh, underdeveloping countries. He visited, he observed practical problems. Mainly he visited three nations, Thailand, Philippines and India, to understand the phenomenon of the underdevelopment of process of the change. It is it is observation that lead to the formulation of the concept of ecology. He widely visited the different nations to understand the phenomenon of the process change in the underdevelopment. It is observation. It is observation that lead to the formulation of the concept of ecology. This is the main concept to formulate the approach, the theory of ecology. He observed different of issues, different of process of change in the different of countries, mainly underdeveloping countries like Thailand, Philippines and India. Then after he formulated the concept of ecology. The ecological approach to the study of administration originated in the wake of emergence of the third world and increasing realization of relevance of most of the Western organization theories to the study of administration. The third world nations were liberated mostly after the Second World War, had experts from the United States as consultants. In spite of their advice and consultancy, the political system started crumbling and the administrative system became ineffective and inefficient. Their economics started getting into deeper crisis. The Western scholars were puzzled with the experience that the third world was passing through. It is these developments that gave rise to new concepts and explanation. It is in the wake of the new awareness. The concept of ecology was developed by F.W. Riggs. The pioneer of the concept of ecology was a Chinese-born and American-trained scholar. It is his observation that lead to formulation of the concept of ecology. Riggs raised the basic question about the relevance of the Western organization theories to the developing countries. The second question that he raised was why the theories which have been capable of explaining the Western societies have not been able to explain the phenomenon in the third world countries. Most of these intellectual exercises are a response to these two questions. Riggs pointed out that each society has certain unique characteristics which influence the working of any of its subsystems. He found that most of the Western theories looked into inside the organization but not its relation with outside the system. The outside refers to the general socio-economic environment. This was one of the reasons why large-scale transplantation of ideas and institutions has taken place without any regard to the socio-cultural setting in which these ideas or organizations have to operate. He found the cause in the compatibility of the Western models to the needs and demands of the third world countries. Then, life and work of F.W. Riggs. Life and work of F.W. Riggs. F.W. Riggs was born in 1916 in China, but their parents are American. They are related to church fasters. He got doctorate degree in political science from Columbia University in 1948. He was worked as a professor of political science in Hawaii University of USA. He was a member in all public administration committees, expert committees. He was a chairman of COG, Comparative Administrative Group, in 1967 in USA. Comparative Administrative Group. He was the chairperson in 1967. He wrote many books, many articles also. In that, the great book of F.W. Riggs is The Ecology of Administration. The Ecology of Administration, which was published in 1962. Then another one is Administration in Developing Countries. Administration in Developing Countries, which was published in 1964. Then next one is Prismatic Society Revisited. Prismatic Society Revisited. It was published in 1972. These are his works. Generally, it is related to the administration as well as ecology. Then the concept of ecology. The concept of ecology. The concept of ecology is drawn from the concept of environment. The concept of ecology is drawn from the concept of environment as used in biology. The concept of ecology is drawn from the concept of environment as used in biology. Each society has its own economic structure. Each society has its own economic structure, history, values, cultural modes, political process, etc. Each society, even every society, has its own economic structure, own history, and own values, and own cultural modes, and own political process, etc. As a plant, as a plant cannot grow in a different environment. It is related to biology. As a plant cannot grow in a different environment. Same as an institution also cannot thrive in a different social setting. That is related in the ecology between the plant and institutions also. A plant cannot grow in a different environment, same as institutions also cannot thrive in a different social settings. Then the concept of ecology, unlike earlier approaches, takes a very wide conceptual framework and adopt a system approach to the understanding of the organizational phenomenon. The concept of ecology, unlike earlier approaches, takes a very wide conceptual framework and adopt a system approach to the understanding of the organizational phenomenon. It took the global system. It took the global systems as the frame of reference to its categorization for three major systems wise, that is fused societies and prismatic societies and diffracted societies. Is categorization for the three major systems, that is fused societies, prismatic societies and diffracted societies. The concept of ecology is drawn from the concept of environment as used in biology. In biology, it is established that for the growth of a particular plant, there is a need for the particular climate. Cannot grow in different environmental setting. On the same analogy, each society has its own economic structure, history, values, culture modes, political process, etc. The characteristics of the larger social system and the cultural climate, like the physical climate in the environment, shape the ideas and the institutions. As a plant cannot grow in different environment, an institution also cannot thrive in different social settings. The concept of ecology, unlike earlier approaches, takes a very wide conceptual framework and adopts a system approach to the understanding of the organizational phenomenon. In spite of concentrating on a subsystem, the concept of ecology takes a holistic view of the organization. This is the reason why Riggs sought to categorize the broad system at a micro level and attempted to apply those characteristics to the micro subsystems, such as bureaucracy, market, associations, etc. He took the global systems as a frame reference to his categorizations for the three major systems, that is fused, prismatic, and diffracted. It is these three models that one has to appreciate to understand the concept of the ecology. This is the concept of ecology of F.W. Riggs. Then the models of organization. The models of the organization. There are three models of organization. The first one is the fused societies. The second one is prismatic societies, and the third one is diffracted societies. The fused societies refer to the traditional social systems where the prescriptive values dominated the society. The fused societies refer to the traditional social system where the prescriptive values dominated the society. The traditional social systems are largely underdeveloped systems. Infused societies exhibit certain unique characteristics which are a result of increasing interaction between modernity and traditional, that is reflect in the fused societies. In diffracted societies there is high degree of differentiation in both the structure and the functions. In a diffracted societies there is a high degree of differentiation in both the structure and as well as the functions also. That is the in case of diffracted societies, that is the differentiation. Such societies are largely dominated by rational norms and secular value. Such type of societies are largely dominated by rational norms and secular value. Secular values. The fused societies refer to the traditional social system where the ascriptive values dominated by the society. In fused societies, one structure performs multiple functions or one function is performed by multiple structures. The specialization of the one structure performing one function is largely absent in this context. A king performing the legislative, executive, and judicial functions, or a church performing ecclesiastical, charitable, educational, and health functions are the striking examples. It is this low degree of differentiation that accounts for low level of efficiency and expertise institutions in a traditional society. It constructs in a diffracted society. There is a high degree of differentiation in both the structure and the functions. The place and role of an individual is determined by achievement and not by virtue of his birth in a particular family. Such societies are largely dominated by rational norms and secular value. In developing societies, whose social structure remained basically traditional, borrowed the institutions from the advanced industrial societies, but they could not transplant these structures and the norms and values associated with them effectively in their own soil. The modernity of these institutions encountered the traditionalists of the social system. As a result, the outward appearance of the institutions is in conflict with internal process and actual working of the system. To explain and clarify this phenomenon, the ecological approach borrows the conceptual framework from the light theory in physics. The sun ray combines in itself all the seven colors VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR. This symbolizes structural functions, fusion into one structure. The ray in its multicolored form appears in a diffracted form when it passes through a prism. The colors indicate that the clear-cut differentiation of the structures and the functions. The developing societies are compared with a prism which is capable of facilitating the diffraction of the sun ray. In other words, the sun ray undergoes the process of change in the prism. Therefore, the developing societies are described as prismatic societies. The prismatic societies exhibit certain unique characteristics which are a result of increasing interaction between modernity and traditional. The ecological approach postulates that this interaction produces characteristics such as formalism, overlapping, and heterogeneity. Riggs not only describes these characteristics but applies them to all the subsystems in the society. Then the main features of prismatic model. The main features of the prismatic model: fused, diffracted, and prismatic. Here is the main important model, that is prismatic model. In prismatic model, there are some features. The main features of prismatic model, that is formalism, heterogeneity, and overlapping. Formalism refers to the gap between what is stated and what is practically done. Formalism refers to the gap between what is stated and what is practically done. That is nothing but formalism. In every society, the degree of formalism is determined by its own socio-economic conditions. In every society, the degree of formalism is determined by its own socio-economic conditions. Then constitutional formalism refers to the gap between the constitutional principles and their actual intentions. Formalism refers to the gap between what is stated and what is practically done. In every society, the degree of formalism determined by its own socio-economic conditions. While in some societies, the degree of formalism is high, in certain other societies, it may be less. The incidence of formalism is more in prismatic societies when compared with fused societies of diffracted societies. In fused and diffracted societies, the realism is higher and the gap between the stated objective and real performance is relatively lesser. An explanation for the incidence of formalism lies more in the conflict between the traditional and modernity, which is widely prevalent in prismatic societies. From Indian society, we can cite a number of examples from the economic socio-system, which highlights our widespread formalism. On the political front of formalism is one of the major causes for breakdown of the pre-work. There is a widespread incidence of constitutional formalism. Constitutional formalism refers to the gap between the constitutional principles and their actual intention. A number of examples can be cited in this regard. Example, the Chief Minister of the state should be the leader of the majority party and he should get duly elected on that office. But there are a number of instances where they get nominated by the central leaderships. Example, all national parties are doing just like that. The cabinet system of government is based on the principle of collective responsibility, but substantially power is appropriated by the office of the Prime Minister at central level and Chief Minister at the state level. Another example is the place of legislature. The legislature, according to the constitution, is law-making body. A pursuit of the proceedings of the legislator would reveal that the legislators spend most of their time in matters which are not related to the question of law making. The legislators hardly go to the legislature fully prepared. A result that policy making power is appropriated by either the political executive or the bureaucracy. These examples illustrate the presence of the formalism in Indian society and its prismatic character. Then heterogeneity. Heterogeneity. The prismatic society suffers from high degree of heterogeneity to owing to the presence of diametrically opposite views and conflict between modern and traditional values and social change, sometimes inconsistent and puzzling. The heterogeneous character of prismatic society is so evident when one looks at the most sophisticated modern transport like aeroplane and continued dependence of some of the rural people on bullock cart for transport. One cultural front we find the ultra modern western lifestyles and also extremely tradition oriented lifestyles. On the one hand we have hospitals and modern equipments and also quacks who depend on the hunches and superstitions in rural areas. This is the heterogeneity. The heterogeneity caused by these conflicting styles, practices and ideas contributing to the increasing confusion in the society. The heterogeneity leads to conflict in the implementation of development programs also, where while stated goals promise help to the weaker sections, the actual fruits reach the better of sections. Heterogeneity leads to polynormalism. In polynormative situation, neither individual nor the institutional behavior is governed by a set of uniform and clearly articulated norms. This is a uh, predicament of prismatic situation. Then overlapping. Overlapping basically refers to the duplication and representativeness in the functions and the structures in fused societies. Traditional structures perform almost all kinds functions, and in diffracted society differentiation of the structures and functions reach a point where one structure performs one function. It is the combination of these two trends that causes overlapping of functions. A religious organization like church or example temples would not only perform the ecclesiastical function, but certain socio-cultural functions such as running of educational institutions or hospitals or local transport, etc. These are the main important features of the prismatic model. The main is functions formalism, heterogeneity and overlapping. Then administrative system transitional societies. Administrative system transitional societies. In that there are three models in that is one is Sala model. Sala model and Clecks and bazaar canteens. Sala model, Clecks and bazaar canteens. The first one is Sala model. The characteristics that are present in the larger prismatic society was reflected in all the subsystem of the society. Riggs prefers to use the word Sala in place of office. Riggs prefer to use the word that is Sala in place of an office. The Sala is a product of conflict between different values. This is a typical prismatic heterogeneity. In Sala model, there are innumerable instances of administrative overlapping. The administrative subsystem is no exemption. In the fused society, as I point out earlier, highly personalized and inscriptive values exist. Here, the administrative system is known as the chamber. In diffracted societies, the administrative system is governed by impersonal and modern values, and it is known as office or bureau. The administrative system is a prismatic society is a product of these two conflicting system. Riggs refer to use word Sala in place of office. About the origin of the term Sala, these are two interpretations. One believes that it has Spanish origin. The word is the language refers to government office, religious conference, a room, a pavilion, etc. The words such as The predominant characteristics of Sala reflect the major characteristics of prismatic society, viz. Formalism, heterogeneity, and overlapping. Here, an attempt to make the discuss the characteristics of as applied to the office system. The Sala is a product of conflict between different values. This is a typical prismatic heterogeneity. In Sala, the response is not uniform. This is considered as one of the reasons why the observance of rules and regulations is more an exemption these rules. In addition, in Indian Sala model, it is very common that the rules are violated. An example that can be cited in case of a open competition and reservation system. While the merit is accepted as a criterion to the public service, there are also reservations to the various special categories where the merit is not the criterion. This is the result of division and disparities in the society. A number of such instances can be cited to establish that the administrative culture is largely characterized by the polynormatism. In Sala, there are innumerable instances administrative overlapping. In India, we can observe how the function of education is being performed by not only the governmental agencies but also by local bodies such as municipalities and panchayat rajas, voluntary agencies, religious organizations, and also private persons. Then collects. In diffracted societies, there are a number of clubs and professional associations which cater to occupational, cultural, and social needs of its members. In fused societies, there are certain sects based on narrow and familiar loyalties. For instance, the caste system in India can broadly be categorized as a set. Riggs describes that most of the modern types of associations in prismatic societies have certain interests. Therefore, they can neither be called clubs nor sectarian groups. He coined the term collect taking CL from the word club and ECT from the word sect. Thus, the collect is a cultural subsystem of prismatic society. He coined the term collect taking CL from the word club and ECT from the word sect. The collect is a cultural subsystem of the prismatic society. Then Bazaar Canteen Namuna. Bazaar Canteen model. In diffracted society, the market prices and determined by supply and demand. The market in prismatic society is described a bazaar. Riggs also gives example certain canteens like Bazaar Canteen model. Bazaar Canteen model. Therefore, he describes the economic subsystem as a Bazaar Canteen model in a prismatic society. This indicates how the macro trends in the larger societal system influence all the subsystems in a transitional society. However, this theory is subjected to several criticism and a lot of debate is going on administrative literature. Here, certain important are the approach are in the ecological approach. These are the administrative systems in the transitional societies. Transitional societies, that is Sala model, Klex and Bazaar canteen model. Then conclusion. The Riggsesian ecological approach is one of the significant contribution to the study of administration. Riggs is a popular who widened the origin of administrative concepts. Riggs was a pioneer of the concept of ecology. It is one approach which attempted to take an integrated view of the administrative reality. The theory, which earlier was entirely rooted in the Western experience, has come to strike new roots based on the experiences of the developing societies. Why? Because he widely visited the different types of underdeveloping nations. Then after he formulated that the approach of the ecology. The whole approach is based on the wide landscape covering from the traditional social system to the modern advanced societies. The discussion on the characteristics of prismatic society was formalism, heterogeneity, and overlapping is intellectually a rewarding exercise. These characteristics are very much a part of general experience of people in most of the developing societies. Then the skill with which these characteristics are applied to the subsystems administrative, cultural, economic brings out the inherent interlinkage of social system. The ecological approach, therefore, is one of the most comprehensive approaches to the study of public administration. In the recent past, there are very few concepts which can be considered as innovative and original. Ecological approach not only added to rich understanding of the subject, but has raised the academic status of the discipline of public administration. Discipline of the public administration, and also then he was the pioneer of the concept of ecology. The Riggsesian ecological approach is one of the most significant contribution to the study of administration. He visited different types of nations, Thailand, Philippines, and India. Then after he observed the structure and traditionals of the concerned countries. Then after he formulated the theory of ecology, approach of ecology. That's why he was a pioneer of the concept of ecology. Thank you.